Hello guys, UnoPro back here for my first S-rank Magmar gameplay. I'm gonna consider this one, a little bit less serious. Obviously the deck is still pretty strong, but it's probably not the best meta for it because it's not that great against Vetruvian, and I'm also not very experienced with Magmar, especially not Twin Fang Magmar. But Laverne, who was the creator of this deck, if he was playing it, it's a very serious, very competitive deck. So we'll see if we can have some fun with it. We'll go over. I've played some games with it before. I think I won nearly all of them. So maybe it's potential, but I didn't verse a vet, which is what I'm worried about. Anyway, so let's quickly go over the deck. We've got 3 Flash Reincarnation, of course, 3 Tide Frenzy. That's pretty normal in your more aggressive kind of Magmar list. 3 Dream Gazer. This card's been doing really well. It has a lot of synergy with Twin Fang. You can play it on the turn as it helps with the finisher, and just having more bodies on the board, which also helps with Tide Frenzy, and just being aggressive. It's just a really nice card. 3 Young Sylphars, 3 Saber Spines. Part of me wants to mess around and see if maybe Primuses could fit in the deck. But we often get clogged with Tide Frenzies anyway, so maybe we don't need it. So the 3 Twin Fangs, I know you can definitely run 2, but I've been liking 3 quite a lot. And let's see what else. Originally the deck list had 2 Metamorphosis. I've put 1 Eggmorph in instead of a Metamorphosis, just because I don't have a Metamorphosis, and I kind of like the Eggmorph. I haven't really been using the Metamorphosis at the moment. And Eggmorph, it can work against Vetruvian. It's not very reliable, but we don't have a lot better alternatives. And then the late game, we've got 3 Keeper, which obviously the synergy with Dream Gaze is a bit annoying, but it's still really good value. 3 Spirit Harvester, good for clearing out those little minions, especially in Vetruvian and Vanar. 2 Archon and 3 Mercantor Warbeast. So often we're controlling the board, getting aggressive, and then finishing them off with a big Twin Fang play. So let's have some fun with this one. This deck is super fun to play, so if you can play this deck, I recommend you try it out. It's good fun. So I did hit S rank again, by the way. This season I was a bit slower than normal, trying out different decks, experimenting with factions I haven't played before, and then also trying to play around with the new Songhai concepts. I'm still not sure if we'll go back to having a 5 mana finisher, for those of you interested in Songhai, because Land Fox without 5 mana finisher, you can try stuff like Scarlet Viper, Dagger, Kiri, Hammer, Blade Seeker, but my gut instinct tells me that we're actually probably just going to go without a 5 mana finisher. Alright, so this will be the first vet I versus this deck, and so I'm not expecting to do too well, but we'll do what I can. Alright. So he's not bluffing the 3rd wish. I think I want to... No, I can't really play this here because I get 3rd wished. Normally I like to play a little bit more passively, but against Vet we kind of want to be in their face. We want our minions, to be close to their minions. So we'll play aggressive, because you want to clear every single minion. And it's definitely going to be hard, because if he gets a 3rd wish, we don't have a lot of answers. But we'll try our best. Alright, looks like that's the 3rd wish right there. And so you'll see, I think we're most likely going to see why this deck isn't the best at the moment, just because the Vetruvian matchup. Alright, let's go to this now. Oh, I can't go here now. Alright, let's go here. This is so awkward to do, honestly. I could YOLO, but that seems pretty terrible. It's going to be very, very hard to kill this thing. And that's, yeah. If you want to also try Magmar, there's definitely aggro Magmar decks you can try. They're not really much better at dealing with Third Wish, but sometimes you can race them. But you know, we want to have some fun with Twin Fang. Super cool card. I've had a lot of fun with this card. And I think if you're not versing Vetruvian, I think this deck's pretty good. So if for some reason in your meta you're not versing Vetruvian, I recommend having a go at it at least. Okay. Ooh. That hurts, man. That hurts. Oh, actually, can we deal with this? I don't think so, because we need to get our Mechanical here, but we can't. Oh no, we can move up here. Play Mechanical here. That shouldn't have taken me so long. Let's get rid of the Diatide Frenzy. I can't expect to have a minion alive too long. It is awkward because we actually have to intentionally miss the face damage so we can clear this thing. Which obviously you never want to do that with a Mechanical. I will attack. I don't like our chances this game, but I think we need to just go aggressive and kind of hope. If we can clear the board with Spirit Harvest the next turn, we do have some potential. Maybe we can draw into Flash Reincarnations, Rush Minions, and double Twin Fang or something. It's a long shot, but, you know. The fact that the board's clear is pretty good for us. Okay. That is not fun. Alright. Technically I can clear the board and be alive. No, yeah, I can. That is such a horrible play to make, though. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, we don't really have any choices. I still don't want to do it just because it's horrid. But, you know, I'm sure it'll make a... Oh, we can't even do it. We're dead. So, yeah, we hit here and then we die. If we could somehow have let our minion live as well, but we'll let him finish us off if he doesn't want to BM us. Well played. So, yeah, so that's kind of just the matchup, and that's why I probably wouldn't use this deck for laddering at the moment. Laverne, who's an expert at Magmar, who made this deck, he was saying that, you know, it's definitely in the Vetruvian's favour, but if you play really well, you can get to maybe 60-40. I'm not as experienced as him though, so obviously I can't expect to have that win rate. Ways you could try and counter the matchup would probably be a little bit more aggro, I would say. And if you really want to beat Vetruvian, maybe some Elcuins. So you can, you know, steal their spells or steal their Third Wishes. And Elcuin's a card I love to include in my decks now, just because it's really good against Vet. Stealing a Third Wish is huge, because giving Blast to answer with Blast Minion is awesome, because you don't take the counter damage from the Blast, and then you're also getting those 0 mana to spells, getting lots of good stuff from Vetruvian. Plus, you know, Elcuin's just a very good card. I don't think I could really run it in this deck though, it would be way too clunky. But maybe if you switched it around. Alright, so we're versing a Magmar. It'll be interesting to see what type of Magmar it is. I'm not sure. I honestly have no clue how this deck will match up against a control Magmar or mid range or something. I think we just want 2-drops. Part of me wants to get rid of the Mercantor and then look for another 2-drop. The only way that Dream Gaze is better, I guess, is if it lands on the mana tile. We can play Emerald Rejuvenator. If we get any 2-drop, then we can still play both. That's only a 1 in 9 chance, so I'm actually going to get rid of the Mercantor here. Alright. I think I just want the minion on the board. We have Tide Frenzies. I could also deny it, but it does nothing in that situation, so let's just do this. I'm definitely a player who likes to favor having minions over the board than instead of denying mana tiles. Is he going to trade here? Okay. Well, it's a bit annoying, but... Okay, that's very annoying. Well, it's not too bad. We can clear and deal 4 face damage. Is that the play? Part of me wants to get rid of this. I think I do. I think I want my more late game kind of stuff. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. There's no real better play. He used 3 cards on that, and we're using 3 cards as well, so it's not a bad trade. And we're doing face damage, so it's technically a good trade for us. Do we want to trade? I don't think so, because I'm not sure we know we're going to be the aggressor yet. You could definitely still be like an aggro Abyssian. I mean, not Abyssian. Aggro Magmar. And in that case, we don't want to trade, even though we have heals. Okay. So, the most obvious play definitely seems Spirit Harvest to hit. Let's get rid of Metamorphosis. Obviously, we don't want to get rid of the Dream Gaze and play Spirit Harvester. It's pointless. A bit clunky. There's definitely a couple anti-synergies in this deck. Do I want to play this safe? I think I do. It'll be quite awkward for him next turn. Okay, so we're a little bit lower than him. Archon, that seems really nice right now. These are going to be awkward. This is, you know, the downside of this card in this deck, is that in this situation it's basically replace it and you take 2 damage, and that's it. Okay. So he definitely looks like... Oh, okay. So it looks like a kind of, you know... that's pretty good. These are so awkward. Alright, I'm not gonna be a man. You gotta be a man about these things. I don't care if he wants to hit though. And we'll play that though. Alright. So it's a bit annoying. We, you know, definitely some anti-synergies there. And we're also pretty decently positioned around Frenzy. You can't really get too much better. Unless you obviously want your hero to get hit instead of one of the minions. But I probably still want some more healing, because we still don't know what type of mag he is. He could also be like a budget mag. Yeah, I guess it depends if this is an intentional thing or like a budget kind of thing. Because he's played Adamantite Claws, Greater Fortitude. But budget mag's pretty good, and you don't really need much. Okay. So we still have no idea what kind of deck he is. Okay, let's get rid of Egmorph. I'm not sure I'm ready to trade this in. No, I think I will actually. Okay, so we don't want to let him frenzy anything. How can we do that? What's the best way to do it? Let's do this here. And I'm actually gonna like assume he has a Silhouette Tracer or something, because I don't really feel like there's a need to do anything else. So this play is best around Silhouette. Could also go here, but that's fine. Oh yes, I forgot. This is the thing I'm read on Reddit, that if you put your mouse like over here, it'll keep the stats up. So I gotta hopefully get into the pattern of doing that, so you guys don't have to constantly see the stats missing. I'm sure, you know, somewhere down the line they'll add it that it's permanently on. But until then, gotta get in that habit. We haven't seen a Twin Fang yet. We got a hand to do some damage with the Twin Fang though. Okay, we could maybe go for a okay. You could go for a Dietide Frenzy play here potentially. I think we're healthy enough to get rid of the Dream Gazer. So what's the play here? I would like to start chipping away. I could just play this and this. This general has Frenzy though, which makes things very, very awkward. Okay, we'll go here. Go here. And we're just going to suicide this in. So the Frenzy doesn't matter too much. Well, we can't really let him do that. So let's be in a position to punish after he Frenzies here. If that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, that's not too bad. This setup's, you know, pretty annoying to deal with. We could always, you know, finish off the artifact, but I don't think we need to. I think we can just play it patiently. Our life title's not under too much pressure at the moment. Okay. That doesn't matter too much. Well, it's pretty annoying. Is he not gonna take this free frenzy here? Okay. Okay, so the obvious kind of play seems something to do with this and this. Oh wow. Do I just go all out face? Face. Spirit Harvester, let him have the 1/1 range. Let's get rid of Metamorphosis. I mean, it's good with this, but we don't need it. Okay. I think we can just let him have that 1/1 ranged. Because obviously we're not going to take that 5 damage. This will be an egg form, which is, you know, a bit annoying. But we get rid of all of his artifacts, and we put him pretty low health. I'm a really greedy player, so I kind of want to take that damage and clear his board. But I don't need to, do I? I'll have the Spirit Harvester most likely. Probably could have maybe played this here, play around. No, this is fine. Where do we want to move? We can't move here, obviously, so let's just stay here. Alright. Okay, so he's getting pretty low. Another version of this deck that I think would be pretty fun to try is, you know, going all out on the Twin Fangs, so like Kinetic Equilibrium stuff, Kujanas even, and like Silhouette Traces. I don't think that's as good. I think this is definitely one of the better versions of the deck, but, you know, just as a bit of fun. Alright, so I think we can clear the board pretty well now because we have a lot of frenzy options. Interesting. If he steps in here, he can't step in here, otherwise he's just dead. Hopefully we can finish off a game with the Twin Fangs, so that'll be fun. Oh, okay. Alright, that's a ballsy move right there. So unfortunately for him, that will be the game for us. Unfortunately, we also didn't get to finish it with the Twin Fang, but I think that was a pretty decent game. I don't know. He might not have. I don't think he was a budget deck potential. I think it was, you know, like a general buff deck actually. So interesting concept. It's definitely something that seems like it has potential. But I think the Frenzy artifact, it doesn't do enough on its own. Without the adamantine claws, it's, you know, pretty lackluster. Alright, so we should have time for one, maybe two more. Alright. I did get my 6th Songhai ribbon today when I was playing Songhai up to S rank, so that's pretty cool. I think I must be getting, you know, at least a little bit close to my next Vetruvian one, and I don't know what my next one will be. Maybe Lion might be like around 50 wins or something, probably less. I do have 100 wins on another account, but alright, so Vanar. Vanar's not a deck that I've versed too much, maybe once or twice. I think I did win, but I'm not certain on exactly how it went down. Let's play this here. I don't want to let him trade in for free. This is a really high value minion. Well, I could put it here, but I'm not too worried. So Fenrir is something that's going to be very annoying. It always is really annoying, especially if you're a class without a natural dispel. And I think that's ultimately what led to the downfall of Magmar. Plasma Storm to 5 mana was a bit annoying, but really the mana burn nerf hurt it a ton. Alright, so he could do this play no matter what mana tile I went to, and it doesn't really matter too much. So I think that was still the correct play. Part of me wants to get rid of this. I could go for a Twin Fangs play, actually. Heal this, hit Twin Fangs, and then it's hard for him to deal with that. So let's get rid of this, because that's a couple turns away. So I actually think that's probably the best play. We're going to go out of range so this thing can't hit us. We're going to equip Twin Fangs. We're going to hit. We could actually leave this. I think it might actually be better to leave it. I think that's better. Yeah. Because then we're letting his thing get 2 attacks off easily. And maybe we can stop that. And he's going to have to go all out. It's like, you know, some of the really high impact artifacts that are must kill, like Cyclone and stuff. This one can snowball out of control very easily. Okay, so it doesn't look like he has an answer to it. I'm pretty sure the only spell he's cast is Chromatic Cold. So obviously that's something to worry about. And we'll also have to keep that in mind when thinking about how to protect our artifact. Dietide Frenzy would be really nice here. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good here. That'll be actually very good. Who am I kidding? I love to hit him with all this damage. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Oh, we can't do it this turn. Okay. So I'm thinking hit here, play Spirit Harvester here. And then my general, I really like this spot for my general because it's out of range of this thing. So he can Chromatic Cold and hit me. Or do I just Mercantor and then hit him? I think, yeah, that's too much damage to miss out. Even though I can't hit him here, I think that's still worth it. In all honesty, I probably should have seen that play a tiny bit sooner. But as I haven't, said, I'm not familiar with this deck too much. But yeah, that's a pretty strong Twin Fang play right there. 16 attack. So we know he has the Chromatic Cold. So we're definitely haven't won this because he can Chromatic Cold, Emerald Rejuvenate, clear board, and he's in a decent position here. We'll keep this because we're gonna need to get him back on board eventually. Let's get rid of the Healing Mystic. Ooh, we have used a Mercantor, so I'm gonna go for this. What else have we played actually? Yeah, let's go for it. We win the game if we get it. Esports, there we go. That was a little disgusting. What else have we had die there? Is it just a Healing Mystic? And what else is there? Maybe that was it. Oh, and the Young Silver. So they're all pretty good, but that was a little bit. Yeah, I felt a bit sorry for him there. Maybe I should have tipped him. But yeah, like we finally got to see a game where Twin Fangs was really good. It's a very, very strong card. And this deck isn't even really too built around it. There's no silhouettes, no kinetic equilibriums, no mana burns or kajatas. It's just aggressive rush minions, dream gazers, and that really plays into it really, really well. So it's definitely a deck I'm going to be playing with more. It's really, really fun to play. Especially if you're not versing a lot of Vetruvian, then it's a great deck. And now I'm back in S rank. I got casual mode unlocked. If I verse a Vetruvian, you can just take the loss and move on. It doesn't really stop you. And you get to play a super fun deck. I really like this middle positioning here. It's so strong. I think there's still a chance we can. There's a chance we can get a 5-mana play here, right? If I move here, we're gonna go more esports right now. Let's see if we can get it. Alright, it kinda sucks. Well, I can't complain about that. That was pretty RNG based. But we'll get back that value. We'll block off the mana tile. Really nice start. This is the power of Dreamgazer. And to think that could have been even better if we got the RNG and landed on the mana tile. Alright, so we've got a really strong start here. Now the question is, where do we go from here? We could keep her and get back a Dream Gazer or a Healing Mystic. Let's get back rid of Metamorphosis. Well, let's get rid of the Mechanical. Metamorphosis could actually be pretty good here. We can just hit. Let's do it like this. Save us some damage on this thing. Metamorphosis, trade, hit for 4. Yeah, that seems pretty good. These are super hard to do. I mean, this one obviously not at the moment, but it's just, yeah, it's just a good value. Where do we want this? I guess just the middle, right next to the general. It's probably a bit easier to play around with the Diatide Frenzy or something. It doesn't really make too much of a difference, especially not against a Vanar, but you know, you always, I think, I'd probably say this, like, you know, in nearly every video, so I apologize for that, but if you just, you can constantly improve your positioning. Every turn, even if it doesn't seem important, you can still be thinking, you know, how can I improve my positioning? Alright, that's not too bad. We can clear with Spirit Harvester here. So what will we get rid of? I kinda wanna get rid of Keeper, because Keeper's only, we've only got Dream Gazers, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I think this is a pretty easy clear here. We will lose our own minion, and he will get it back, but I think it's a good spot to be in. He could have Hailstone, which would be a bit annoying, but we're not gonna, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Hailstone's always gonna be pretty good. So we're getting closer to a position where we can actually burst him down, but we probably need a board it to live for at least one turn. So we're just going to stay out of range of this thing. We're not going to let it die on its side of the board. I do want to stay in range of his general. Do I go for this play here? This could be good for a Twin Fang. It's another 2 damage. But I'm going to be drawing 2 cards anyway, so I'm wasting a card if I don't. And this gives me protection from Hailstone Prison for this, so it'll at least go back to my hand. And because we're in a pretty, you know, good position to finish, I'm actually going to risk it here. It is definitely a risky play to attack there, but because if I didn't go for that Flash Reincarnation play, then, I mean, I could have played this here. Maybe that would have been better, or played it here, so this doesn't die. That probably would have been better, to be honest. Okay, so we didn't lose our Archon to Hailstone Prison, which is obviously a very good thing. We can deal with 2 of the Jaxi spawns. All 3 if we want to use a Saber Spine. Obviously that's not what we want. Alright, we get the Lucky Jack spawn. Alright, so I think we probably will just go for a, let's get rid of this. It's very tempting to play Archon, but I think we just need Frenzy here. We'll block it off, and we're going to trade. We have much better out of hand burst than Vanar. Vanar can burst you down a bit if they have a strong board already, but if their board's clear, there's not a lot they can do. You know, save for some random Spirit of the Wild stuff, which they need a ton of mana for anyway. So he needs to heal, I believe. Okay. Okay, if this was also in range, we'd also have lethal. But we have 5 frenzy, and that'll give us 9. So we're 2 damage off lethal at the moment. So I can attack here, do the frenzy play, and heal myself. I like that. I think that's the best because it clears the board as well. Oh my, why did I think this was gonna clear it? What? Oh my god. That was a bit dumb. My maths. That was terrible maths. Okay, that might have cost me the game. For some reason, I was thinking I was gonna have 5 damage clear there. Oh, that's it. I hope we don't lose on that note. That'll be pretty terrible. This was a 1 game, I think. It always sucks to make, you know, a terrible game-losing misplay on camera, but I don't know, maybe half of you guys are just here to watch me misplay and lose 1 games. Two cards. Yeah, okay, so it looks like he doesn't have the win. He can't have the win now. Yeah, because one of them's a Vespa, so... Okay. We didn't throw the game, guys. We didn't throw the game. It's still not going to be that easy to finish. We don't have lethal in hand, even if he doesn't play heal. Man, he's getting some value from Primus this game, I'll give him that. Okay, let's get rid of Archon. Okay, so we're just going to clear half the board and then heal. Alright, so we're still in it. What did he play last turn? I wonder if this was the Vesper he drew. I think it would have been from Cryogenesis. Alright, I think we should be able to get the win this turn. Most likely. Yeah. Alright. So we will get there with the Twin Fangs, which is what we want to finish it off with. Alright, we'll give him a well played as well. That was a close one. It was a good game. I tried to stuff it up, guys. But thankfully we were in a pretty good position, so it didn't matter too much. So shout out to Laverne. He's a teammate of mine for giving me the deck list. He's also giving me another one which I might try, and also probably going to try a Magmar aggro list at some point. So there's the list once again. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time.